Okay, so where do you start? You've decided you're selling, right? Maybe you've known for a while, maybe it's happening really fast, but either way, you're standing in your house, looking around, thinking, "Oh my gosh, there's so much to do and I don't know where to start." I hear this all the time. All my staging consultations, almost every single one. So if that's where you are, you're in good company. Here's the thing though. Most sellers start doing before they start looking. They paint a room, they order throw pillows, they go down a Pinterest rabbit hole, and they end up spending time and money on things that didn't actually need to happen. Meanwhile, the thing that was really going to affect the sale is still sitting there waiting to be adjusted, fixed, updated, whatever, right? I walked into a consultation once where the seller had just repainted her entire main floor. She bought new living room furniture. It looked fantastic, though. It really did. But the thing that was going to cost her at her showings was the entryway. It was dark, it was cramped, there was a giant coat rack right inside the door. Buyers were getting a feeling of chaos before they even got inside the home. She'd spent weeks on the living room, and we were able to fix the entryway in just a couple hours, probably not even that long. So before you do anything, the honest look has to come first, right? Walk through your main spaces like you've never been there before. Like you're walking in, you're viewing this house as a buyer would. Think back to the first time you walked through it, right? Or even think about where you're moving to and how that space looks and feels and presents itself, right? Your home needs to present itself to its potential buyers the same way. So put on that buyer's cap, walk through like you've never seen them before. I know it's hard. You've lived here, right? You're a little nose blind to your own home. It's normal. But pretend you're a buyer. Pretend you just pulled up, you walked in, you've got just a few seconds before you form an opinion about how this place feels, right? We get the feels right away. What do you notice first? What's pulling your eye somewhere that it probably shouldn't? Where does the space feel heavy or cluttered or just kind of off? You're not fixing anything yet. You're just looking, you're taking notes in your head, right? That's the whole step. Most people find that this is not as bad as they thought. It's usually just one or two things that are creating most of the chaos. After you take that honest look, ask yourself these three things. What's already working? Every home has something, right? Maybe it's great natural light. Maybe it's a layout that flows really well, a really beautiful kitchen, right? Whatever it is, don't touch it. Let it be. It's good, let it be good. Build around it. Buyers are not looking for perfection. They're looking for a home that feels good and that they can envision themselves living in. Now ask yourself, what's creating the noise? Noise is anything that makes a buyer's eye stop and go, what's that? Right? Too much furniture, a lot of personal stuff on every surface, a bold choice that's pulling attention away from the actual bones of the home. The goal of staging isn't to make it look like nobody lives there, it's to remove the distractions so a buyer can see themselves living there. Most of the time, you're not getting rid of things. You're just moving things. We're moving things around or we're editing stuff out and putting it somewhere safe until you get to your next chapter, right? Third question is what's the one thing that if you fixed it, everything else would feel better? This is the one. Honestly, you probably already know the answer. Most sellers already know the answer. They've known for a while. They just don't want to deal with it. That's your starting point, right? It's certainly not going to be the most fun thing on the list, but it's the thing that's sitting at the center of all the overwhelm. Handle it first, and then everything else gets easier. What's that saying? They say, eat the frog, right? eat the frog, do the icky thing, do the big thing that you know is wrong, but you really don't want to. Do it, handle it. The rest of it's going to feel so much easier. All right. So here's how then to actually move through it. So start with declutter, depersonalization. Decluttering, get rid of the piles. I mean, we all know clutter, but clutter kind of feels like an icky word. In this case, I want you to think of it as pre-packing because you are moving anyway. Everything you move now, you don't have to move once you go under contract, right? So it makes that second half so much easier. This is like the first half of the move. So we're pre-packing anything you're not going to need in the next month, 2, 3, however long, right? And then depersonalize family photos, a kid's name on a wall, diplomas, anything that tells buyers who lives here, what type of person lives here, right? We want the biggest buyer pool possible. So we want to open that up by depersonalizing. Now we still want it to feel warm and cozy and inviting and all of those things, just not personal, specific to a certain person. Okay. Also, before you paint or buy anything, clear the surfaces, pack up your collections, reduce the visual noise. This stuff all costs you nothing. And it makes a huge difference, more than almost anything else. Buyers need to be able to see themselves in your home, and it's hard when it's very clearly, specifically your home. That feels awkward to buyers. They don't want to feel like they're invading your space, right? Okay, then handle your one big thing. Whatever came up in question 3, do that next, right? Then do a room by room walkthrough with fresh eyes. Keep that buyer's hat on. Now that the clutter's gone, the big thing is handled, go through one more time. What needs to move? What needs a little love? What's catching your eye that shouldn't, right? And notice at no point did I say, go buy a bunch of stuff. That's not how I work. My staging consultations are all about using what you have. Most sellers have enough stuff. They already have everything they need. Sometimes I do give them a small shopping list, not a ton, right? I'm all about using what you have. Staging is about editing, not adding. It's about removing, simplifying, letting the home speak for itself. So, if you've been wondering where to start, now you know. You've got your steps, right? Honest first look, 3 questions, then move in order. Declutter, do the big thing, go room by room. You don't have to do everything. You just need to do the right things. And it's almost always less than you think. Okay, drop a comment. Let me know what's one thing in your home that you've been avoiding dealing with before you list. I can't wait to see. I know there's some good answers out there. All right. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe if you want more of this. Check this one out, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.